Hello. Thank you for participating in our virtual congregational meeting to approve the candidacy of Pastor Dan Birchfield as senior pastor of First Pres Visalia. It is my sincere pleasure to announce that his candidacy was overwhelmingly approved, as were the terms of call, with 145 votes received, 143 yes and 2 no. There was also 1 no on the terms of call. There were 85 votes via email, 37 by text, and 23 by phone call. It will be our great pleasure to welcome Pastor Dan, his wife Jess, and their kids Nate, Phoebe, and Caleb into our church family. We want to give a huge thank you to the members of the PNC who spent countless hours reviewing over 90 resumes to find the best candidate for all aspects of our church life. Thank you to Sam Gilman, chair of the PNC, and the members Robin Batchman, Jennifer Fultz, Billy Lang, Mark Mitchell, Chris Ploker, Beth Richards, Galen Quenser, and Courtney Umphreys. You may be wondering about the time frame. Regarding the official aspects, Pastor Dan is our senior pastor-elect until he is installed, and Pastor Mark remains our official interim pastor. Pastor Dan will meet with the Committee on Ministry and be approved by the presbytery soon, potentially via Zoom virtual meetings. On a more personal level, the Birchfields are hoping to come to Visalia once the shelter order allows it, to find housing, to begin the process of enrolling in schools, and to start getting to know members of First Pres and the Visalia community. Additionally, they are hoping to move to Visalia towards the end of June and begin their ministry with all of us at First Pres Visalia on July 1st, even if much of that is initially done under the framework of social distancing. As we all know, time frames and plans for everything in our lives have been modified and postponed in recent weeks, so this timeline may change as well. During the month of July, there will be an overlap of ministry between Pastor Dan and Pastor Mark, as Mark also has vacation time accrued and will use it then, tentatively retiring August 1st. He will potentially serve elsewhere as pulpit supply or as a very short-term interim. We will be celebrating Pastor Mark and Jenny's ministry here when we can all gather together again. Presbytery and the denomination recommend that Pastor Mark take a brief period of time away from First Pres, giving Pastor Dan a chance to begin his ministry here. Mark and Jenny will be back worshiping with us, as Visalia is their home, and they will always be a part of our church family. Again, we congratulate and celebrate with Pastor Dan and his family and look forward to welcoming them to Visalia and into the First Pres family. Thank you.
Hello, First Presbyterian Church of Visalia. Pastor Dan here. On September 27th, 2019, I received an email from Billy Lang, one of the members of your pastor nominating committee. And in that email, she asked me a very simple but profound question. She asked, "Are you still interested in becoming a part of our congregation?" On that very same day, I sent back an email that said, "Yes, I am absolutely very interested in becoming a part of your congregation." And after months of interviews and talking and getting to know the pastor nominating committee, your session, the deacons, and some of your staff, I am thrilled to find out that your congregation has voted in favor of extending me a call. I was so excited to receive Sam Gilman's phone call last night, and my wife and my children were thrilled when I shared the news with them. I want to say that you all did something in this process that is very commendable. You put your trust in God and you trusted the people that God put in place to help lead your congregation through this process. Thank you for trusting God and trusting the session, the deacons, your pastor nominating committee, and your staff. You have done a true work of faith and trust that I think is a beautiful expression of the sort of church family that you all already are. I am excited that you have had the privilege of having Pastor Mark Nazarian over the last 2 years as your shepherd. And I look forward over the next several months of getting to learn from him who you are and what he has discovered over the time of shepherding your congregation. I am also thrilled that he and Jenny intend to continue to be a part of the First Presbyterian Church family. Let me say this in conclusion. The Apostle Paul said to the church in Rome, he said, when we get together, I want to encourage you in your faith, but I also want to be encouraged by yours. It is my hope and prayer that beginning right now and for a long time to come, we find ourselves in a mutually encouraging relationship that deepens our faith in Christ and makes us more bold followers of Jesus as we love God and love others. God bless you.